Hey, Shalom out there. Bear with us. Gotta check the feed real quick. The good money? All right, hey, Shalom. GMS Charlotte Midweek Camp, back at you live in effect. Before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. Shalom to the elect, right? Back out here to continue to push this word, all right? Good news, the gospel, all right? Which has been forwarded to our people, man. You Israelites, this is who this word is for, man. So we in the spirit. The spirit is like the wind, as the scriptures say, man. But first and foremost, man, what the hell is going on with America, man? Hunter Biden, and you got cocaine in the White House, right? They finding remnants of cocaine where Joe Biden, does his work at. They doing an investigation. This shit is nuts out here, man. But I mean, it's not surprising because all these presidents and politicians, them niggas are all on coke, all coked up, Satanists, drugs, Hunter Biden, Hey, it's right now the what's coming out right now is that you damn Edomites is nasty as hell. Hunter Biden, the Biden family in general is nasty. All right, all this shit is going on, the scandals. We found out millions was put towards sex trafficking. All right. Hunter Biden smoking crack. Everything is finished, man. You can't make this up, man. So it's funny as hell, but it's all prophecy at the end of the day. Get that Habakkuk 2 real quick.
So Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm sorry, 15.
Yeah, you got it.
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also.
Right, and that's what Esau, and basically America's responsible for what? The wines and philosophies that made the earth drunk, all right? Elder Apostle Ramlab just went into a lesson going into rebellion. And pretty much rebellion is what's being branded and taught throughout society in the school system, all right? Everything you see on the television, everything is geared to be in the state of a rebellion. That's why the spirit on these people, as you see, scriptures tell us that wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, right? But all these things would happen, all right, as the Lord told us before he would come back, and which will further bring the destruction and end of this place, man. All right, so hey, we in the worst time ever, man, just like in the times of the flood, right? But this is how we know that judgment is close. Read that for me again, now.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and the shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right, so the Lord said that the shameful spewing will be on his glory, on his devil's glory, man, all right? And there's everybody's questioning Biden's cognizance, his mind, dude's like, damn, what, in his 80s? You see what I'm saying? But this shows you the state of a declining kingdom, man. All these scandals, all these what's the word I'm looking for? This the revealing of this place, man. It's all, that's the shameful spilling, right? So this place is not the place of glory as it once was, as it portrayed itself to be across the planet Earth, man. This place is filthy, man. All right, a land of lewdness, rebellions, and whoredoms, man. Right. So these things would happen in the end, man. All right. Any more in there? Was that it? So now I got one. I got one real quick. This is bear with me. Right. So this is Proverbs 3. This is Proverbs 3 and 35. It says, the wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools, man. So shame is the reward of fools, man. And we see what the reward that the Lord has put it on a foolish society. All right, Babylon, America, man, the land of filth and abomination, right? So as we get closer, man, as we always talk about, as we get closer and closer to the time of destruction, the arrival of Yahweh Shah, we're going to see the state of the world get even worse, man. You see what I'm saying? You got something out?
You said you talking about the lewdness that's in this place.
Right.
It's Tobit chapter 4 and verse 13.
But you see it though, the witchcraft, people are involved in heavy sorcery, right? Idols, idol worship. That's the mindset of the people in this kingdom, in this society, right? And the only cure is fire, man.
That's right.
You know?
Tobit chapter 4 and verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them. The point. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine. You know, that's what we're seeing right now, man.
Right.
We're seeing ultimately going to culminate in the famine of the word, right?
Right.
But we're seeing this lewdness cause the decay of this place, man.
Right.
You know, the decadence that we're watching this place crumble at it, you know, underneath their feet, man.
Right.
Right. So that's all the result of the lewd behavior and lewd acts. You know, that wine that Babylon the Great has pushed towards the whole earth, man.
Yeah. Babylon, which means confusion, babal. All right. So everything that the energy that's the spirit that's pushed in amongst America is nothing but total confusion, man. Right. And the divide is high. The division in America is highest as it ever been, man. Right. With the views of the conservatives, the liberals, Democrats, right. And the liberals and Democrats is really tied into you niggas, man. Which they're using that narrative to blame Jake for the destruction of this place, man, for the downfall of it, man. So we see that division is at its peak right now, man. And the Lord told us, get that in Mark 3:20, start at 24. Yeah, because, hey, what else you hearing? You hearing about there's another story that came out that all the presidents, basically, majority of the presidents, all descend from slave owners, right? Which is not shocking because a lot of these slave owners anyway go back to Amalek, man. Right? That's why you see when it comes to the government offices or whatnot, the cabinets, hey, it's majority Amalek anyway. Right? Amalek runs the society, man. All right? This the small hats, the 48ers. You know, go ahead,
It's Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Yep.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Yeah, so this kingdom is divided within itself, and we see that this place is no longer going to stand. Right? America's literally on his last leg. America's on his knees, man. Right? Go ahead.
And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but half an inch.
Speak, brother.
You know, and we're seeing Satan start to, these different branches of Esau's kingdom start to come against each other, man.
Right.
Right? These Russian Edomites going against American Edomites, right? That culminating in World War III.
Yep.
We see in the Republican and Democrat Edomites,
Yep.
you know, all these spirits are coming up against each other, ultimately to tear this kingdom down, man.
Yep.
Right? Because it's going to have to implode on itself.
Right.
And outside force isn't going to be able to force that, man.
Right.
It's going to be destroyed from the inside out.
Yep, and we see it all. It's the collapse is happening all around us, man. Those that are in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Because meanwhile, you niggas, you just celebrated the 4th of July, right? You still in hell, you still in captivity, you ain't free. Prior to that, you served, you celebrated with Juneteenth, right? You niggas had your dashikis on, right? But here it is, you still in captivity with that damn dashiki on. Still got to go to work, still working a 9 to 5, right? You still oppressed, paying taxes, barely making ends meet. So where were you truly free from, man? Sovereignty is not going to come until Yahweh Shah delivers out of Babylon the Great, this captivity, man. Right? Give me that in Nahum 3:1.
It's Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city.
Yep.
It is full of lies and robbery.
Right. The bloody city it could be tied to America. Now we know this is speaking about Nineveh. All right, but America is spiritually Nineveh, man. Right? Read that for me again.
Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city.
Yep.
It is all full, Salakia. of lies and robbery.
Woe to the bloody city. That bloody city is America, man. How was this place established? Off the bloodshed of the saints. All right? The Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, Hispanics, man. The bloody city, man. The genocide and destruction of the Israelites, man. All right? Slave trafficking, sex trafficking, right? Heavy drug warfare, sorcery, right? That's how this place was established. The bloody city is full of lies and robbery, man. All right, read on.
Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Yep.
The prey departeth not.
Right, so you niggas are still in captivity. It said the prey departed not, man. You still here. You weren't freed. Freedom ain't gonna come until Yahweh delivers the elect out of the nation of Israel, man. That's when true freedom is gonna come. That's when we're gonna see deliverance, man. Right? Real quick, go to Jeremiah 50 and 33, just to add on to that. You know? The only way out is Yahweh, man. Right? No other means. Right?
So Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
See that? So the children of Israel, the northern kingdom, the so-called Latino, Native Americans, Hispanics, right? And what else?
The children of Israel and the children of Judah.
And the children of Judah. So hold on, let me get this real quick. Right? This is prophecy, man. So it said that the children of Israel, all right? The children of Israel and the children of Judah, all right, read it for me again.
Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
See that? Northern and southern kingdom, man. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, man. All right? And this is where you have the bulk of the tribes here. Right here in Babylon the Great, America, man. All right? The place of our captivity. It said that they were oppressed together. Go ahead.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast.
Yep.
They refused to let them go.
Yeah, all that took them captives, all right, put them in slavery. It said they held them fast and they refused to let them go. So you niggas are still in captivity, man. We ain't free yet. All right, but the time is coming where, hey, the Lord is about to release us from the prison house, man. Pursuing to Isaiah 61, man. Right? So give me Zephaniah 3 and 1. He's just talking about, hey, we still here.
Contrary to popular belief.
Exactly, man. As much as you don't want to deal with that, we still here, Jake. Right?
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 1.
Yep.
Woe to her that is filthy and polluted.
Woe to her. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, man. We see the state of this society, man. All right, the rebellion, the anti-Messiah spirit that's pushed, this free will, this very heavy satanic spirit that's on these people, man. Hey, because, hey, to be honest, hey, the people in today's society are complete demons, man. All right, no regard of the fear of the Lord. All right, no respect to anything sacred. You know, it's just lewdness, free will, man, wickedness, man. That's the gross darkness pursuing to Isaiah 60 and verse 2. It said that gross darkness would cover the earth and gross darkness the people, man. Right? So everything that the scriptures are saying, right, we see the spirit on these people. We see the spirit playing out before our eyes. Right? We see it manifest, if you will. Go ahead, Al. Read again.
Zephaniah 3 and 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted.
Filthy. This place is filthy and polluted. Micah 2 and 10. All right? All you niggas that want to be comfortable, this place at your rest. It would destroy you even with a sword destruction, man. All right? Everything about Babylon, from the food to the women, all right, to the air, to the water, is all polluted, man. It's all defiled, man. All right? It's all to defile your spirit. Okay? Read on. Oh, you have something? If you have something.
I'll go back.
Okay, come.
So Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted.
Yep.
To the oppressing city.
To the oppressing city. Is not Babylon regarded as that, what's it called, that great city? All right, but the scripture said oppressing city, man. This is the oppressing city for the Israelites. Okay, go ahead.
She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord.
Yeah, that's it, man. And tying that to Babylon, man. All right? There's no order, there's no standard. Like it tells you in Job, let me get that too. Right? This is Job. I believe that's Job chapter 22. Let's go there. Right? The land without darkness. Right? Or is that Job 10? It's Salakia. You know what I said, Job 10? There we go. I got it. Job 10 and 21, and it reads, it says, before I go whence I shall not return even to the land of darkness in the shadow of death. And that in this place, Babylon, America, is the valley of the shadow of death, man. All right? This is a low land. It says, and it's low in what? Morals. Right? It's low in spirituality. It's low in fear of the Lord. Right? It says, verse 22, in a land of darkness, as darkness itself, right? And we see that through what? The wines and the philosophies that's pushed. All right? The mindset that has these people in captivity. All right? It's nothing but darkness, man. All right? The mindset of these people is the mindset on these people is all contrary to what the will of the Lord is. You see what I'm saying? As darkness itself, and as it says, let's read it again, Job 10 and 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and the shadow of death. Without any order, where light is darkness. You see that? So this is the land without any order. Right? This is the land where anything and everything goes. Right? It says, without any order, where light is darkness itself. So everything that's righteous is condemned. And everything that's wicked and abominable is exalted, man. The Lord said that in Isaiah, what, 5 and 20? Woe to him that call evil good and good evil. Right? That's why this place is regarded as Babylon. That's total confusion. Right? When you telling children that they have the choice from a young age that, look, you can choose the gender. If you don't feel like being a boy no more, you could be a girl. If you don't feel like being a girl no more, you could be a boy. That's confusion, man. You see, that's the woman. She's the head of the household. She's in the power position. The man is at the bottom. Hey, the man is disregarded in this place whatsoever. All right, you got terms called toxic masculinity, right? All this badness, man. This is a backwards kingdom.
Like you said, every aspect of this place is upside down.
Right.
The food that's supposed to heal you is making you sick.
Right.
Right. You can't look if you were born in 2023. Even if you didn't eat any of the food, right, the air is going to kill you, man. Yep. Like every aspect that is supposed to be giving unto life, they brought death into.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, like you said, no nutrients in the food. You got GMO foods, right? It came out that a lot of these vitamin supplements that you take to try to be on your health kick, they don't do shit. Like Esau put it out there, man. A lot of these vitamins and supplements are what's the word called? Placebo. Esau's a fucking demon, man. That's why the Lord said, hey, this place will destroy you with a sword of destruction, man.
They came out, some of the herbs that you buy, those are fake. So you can't escape this damn devil.
You can't escape, man. That's why the only way out is Yahweh Shai, man. Get that in Baruch real quick. Baruch 4, start at verse 20. Right? It's all the spirit, man. Right? But this is the place that we live. This is where we live at, man. This is what we got to endure. This is what we have to suffer, man.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's really the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, man. Because if it wasn't for the spirit of the Lord, hey, we'd be dead out here, man. We'd be finished.
Let's say you shall eat your bread and defile the money Gentiles.
Come on, man.
It's Baruch chapter 4 and verse 20. I have put off the clothing of peace and put on me the sackcloth of my prayer.
Yeah, because our people are in a mourning state. All right? Our people are at the bottom, man. All right? Spiritually and physically destroyed. Go ahead.
I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children.
And that's what's happening now through what? The awakening, man. Now that we're standing back upon our feet, what are we doing? We're crying out to the Heavenly Father. All right? To the Heavenly Father through His Son. Right? We're crying to what? To be delivered, man. Because we're at the point now where, like, look, Brothers that have the understanding, you know, we like, shit, enough is enough. You know, when is the Lord going to deliver us? You know, yet this day we are still in our captivity, man. How much more worse can this thing get? You know, so like it tells you in 2 Peter, right? You know, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, just like Lot was. Every day we got to see this shit. We got to go through it. So how long, oh Lord, man? Right? You have something?
Yeah, yep. It's Psalm chapter 6. Now starting at the top.
Yep.
It reads, O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thine hot displeasure. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed.
Man.
You know, and that's the spirit that we're in right now, man. We're vexed to our very core, man.
Right.
You know, because we have to live amongst this madness, you know, day in and day out, man.
Right.
It says, my soul, sorry, Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. My soul also is sore vexed.
Man.
But thou, O Lord, how long?
Right.
Right? So how long we got to deal with this, man? Right? You know, the scriptures talk about, you know, some of our forefathers seeking to go back into the spirit world, man.
Right.
You know, because this isn't living, man. This isn't life. Right. Right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, it need be that we out here, man. Right.
Go to Psalm 7 and 9, man. Like one of the brothers said in his lessons, you can't let this place take your sanity. Right? You got to have a solid, fortified mind, if you will, man. That's why the scriptures say that what? That knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, man. It's through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we stay stable in mind, man. And that's what's going to allow us to make it through the troubles, man, the afflictions, the judgments. You know? Go ahead, Al.
It's Psalm chapter 7 and verse 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
Man, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, man. How long, O Lord? Right? Go ahead, Al.
But establish the just.
But establish the just, and the Lord's going to do that. Starting with the elect. Read on.
For the righteous power trieth the hearts and reins.
Right, so hey, really all this is a trial. We're being tried in that fire. Go to that in Zechariah 13 before we go back to group 4. Right? So we rather endure the trial and temptation now than suffer the judgment and the fire like the rest of the world is going to suffer, man. Basically, get through this chastisement now so that we don't be chastised with the rest of the world, man, via the judgment of the nuclear destruction. Right? Zechariah 13 and 8.
Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord.
All the land is speaking about America, Babylon, man. Go ahead.
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right, so that's not changing. That's the will of the Lord. Okay, 2/3 are going to be destroyed. They're going to be cut off and die. It's plain. Read on.
But the third shall be left therein.
Yeah, but the third, man, the third is what? The elect. All right, the 144,000, the prophets. All right, and the believing men, women, and children. All right, that great multitude pursuing the Revelation 7. All right, verse 9, and also Jeremiah 31. All right, it says that a great company shall return thither. Read on.
Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire.
See that? I will bring the third part through the fire. So, hey, we being tried now. We're going through the fire and tribulation now. Because what's the purpose of the fire is what? Purification. To be refined. Because, hey, the goal is what? To be found worthy to escape all these things that should come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. Right? Like Paul said, he said whether through life or death, he would rather be present with the Lord no matter what. You know, roughly paraphrase. Matter of fact, let me get that. Salaki, let me get that. That's the 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. Right? He said whether through life or death, you know, to be present with the Lord, roughly paraphrase. Let me get that. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5. Right? 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6, it says, Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord, for we walk by faith, not by sight. Verse 8, the point. We are confident, I say, willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. See that? Verse 9, it says, Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. See that? So whether through life or death, the main goal, all right, the end of this thing is that are we going to be accepted before Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man? Right? Go ahead, Al. You go back.
Zechariah, you want to go back?
Oh, was that it? Yeah, finish that out, and then we can go back to that group.
It's Zechariah 13 and verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
Yeah, it's dealing with the remnant, the elect, man. And we're going to be tried, man. You see that? Hey, because what? We got to suffer the tribulation in order to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Acts 14:22. Right? So every day is going to be trials, tribulation, test. Right? But through Yahushua, we can do all things, man. As the scriptures say. Right? The Lord said that he was going to be with us until the end of the world always. Right? But you got to continue to have faith and trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's the main ingredient. Go back to that.
It's Baruch chapter 4 and verse 21. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemy.
There you go. Cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. Speaking about what? Esau, the Edomites. Right? He's going to deliver us, Psalms 97 and verse 10, right? He's going to deliver us from the hand of the wicked, man. Right? Because, hey, this man has the most highest jewels in his possession. See that? Go ahead, Doc.
Deuteronomy 10th chapter, where it talks about, fear not, the magnitude pretty much of these armies against us, man. Because the Lord has been a fight against our enemies.
Right.
So you just got to stand firm, man. Be unmoving. Right? You pray that you may endure unto the end, man.
Right. Because we serve the true power. Right? I just posted a video on my other channel going into some old video just exposing this Christian false god, man. JC. Jesus the Christ, Serapis Christus, man. Right? Christian God is a false God. We serve the true living power, man. I don't know what the hell vocab Malone is talking about. Right? But we serve the true living power, man, as it told us in Isaiah. Get that real quick. Isaiah 10 and 20. Right? Like Elder Apostle Gabar said, that's the voice of desperation, man. Anger and desperation. Right? Because, hey, the prophecy told us in Hosea, right? Hosea, the first chapter, that in the land where we wouldn't be regarded as the Lord's people, but then it would be said that we are the Lord's people, man. In that land is what? America. All right? And who's saying it? Esau, these nations in 2/3. But now, hey, but without a shadow of doubt, all right, it's been proven that we are the Lord's people, man. That we are the biblical Israelites, man. Go ahead, Al.
Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
And when did the escape happen? The escape happened once we were freed from the philosophies of this world, man. Right? That's why Isaiah 52 told us to unloose the bands from off thy neck, O daughter of Jerusalem, man. Right? So the fleeing happened, all right, by the liberation of mind, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So that's when the fleeing happened, man. The Lord also told us in Isaiah 52 to touch ye no unclean thing, man. Going back to these philosophies, man. Right? The wise virgins in Revelation 14, right? They stayed pure. They weren't defiled with women, man. You see? Go ahead, I'll read it for me again.
Isaiah 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob.
And such they are escaped of the house of Jacob. Go ahead.
Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
Shall no more again stay upon him, all right, Esau, who smote him. This is why these Edomites are angry, man. You're not needed anymore. Right, you know, Jake ain't buying the shit you selling. Right? That's what's going on through the Holy Spirit, man. This is why these Edomites are angry. Right? Strongholds are being broken. The last thing they need is a nigga with sense, a nigga with confidence. That's a major problem for the so-called white man. See that?
He's uncontrollable.
He's uncontrollable. Like the elder said, hey, the elect are those runaway slaves through the Spirit. Right? Untamable, man. Right? Read on now.
They shall no more stay upon him that smote him,
Yep.
but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Right, so they will stay upon the Holy One of Israel in truth. All right? You Edomites ain't stopping that. Vocab, Malone, Dr. Brown, none of you clowns are stopping that, man. They would, the elect, the remnant seed will lean upon the Holy One of Israel in truth, man. Right? He would come out of the black culture lies, man. Right? He don't believe in the African-American studies. Right? He ain't worshiping Malcolm X and Martin Luther King no more, man. All them things that was bombarded on Jake since fucking elementary school, man. Civil rights, marching and protesting, crying to Esau, voting. Right? Jake, hey, the remnant ain't doing that shit no more. Trusting in Esau's policies. Right? The next president, man. The next one, man. This is it right here. This is our year. Make your vote count, man. Vote or die. Right? Jake ain't leaning on that shit no more. Evolution, black consciousness, Big Bang, all that bullshit, man. Which is all the lies of the serpent, man. Right? Being inferior. Right? Scientific racism. Negroes' brains are the size of peanuts, and you descended from monkeys, and you know. Jake put all that shit away. The idolatry, he coming out the church. All these things tie into they would no longer lean upon him that smote him. That's all tied into that, man. So whatever Esau threw out there, he ain't reeling Jake in no more, man. Jake ain't biting. You got something out?
Yeah, I have something right fast.
You got it.
This is Revelations chapter 20 and verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Yep.
And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Go ahead, you speak on it.
You know, so after that 1,000-year period, right, of the Dark Ages, where Jake had dominated the planet Earth, right, you then had Esau come into power, which is where you get the period of the Renaissance. When you go into the word Renaissance, it goes into rebirth.
Yeah.
All right, that's when the hegemony of Edom was reestablished on the planet.
Right.
And when he went into this, he went out himself as the supreme person, but it's coming out that you're not that.
Yep.
Right? You're that.
Yep.
Right? You're a goddamn liar. You're the Bible. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And your whole duty of being a deceiver is coming to pass because you were appointed a certain time to rule and govern.
Right.
Now you have the remnant tying back into the brothers that what they were just going into. You have the remnant that's standing back in the last days, and they're casting off all of the deception, man.
Right.
They like, this shit don't even add up.
Right. Exactly.
Continuing on to the last part. Gog and Magog, speaking of Russia, to gather them together to battle, which is World War III. You see? Your hegemony has an ending, and the ending of it is going to be all-out war leading into thermonuclear.
It's going to be violent.
Violent, man. You came in violence, you're going to go out the same fucking way.
Yep.
You reap what you sow.
Right.
The number of whom is at the sand of the sea.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, you can go back to that, what was that, the Baruch?
It's back in Baruch chapter 4 and verse 22. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy is come unto me from the Holy One.
Right.
Because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior.
Yeah, that mercy is going to entail salvation, man. Right? Being saved. Go ahead.
For I sent you out with mourning
Yep.
and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
Yeah. Like we said before, from slave ships to spaceships, man. He sent us away with mourning, man. He divorced us, man. He turned his face from us. Right? We were devoured by the nations, man. Curses was put on us. Right? But the glory is going to be what? The salvation which the enemies of the elect are going to see. Right? Get that in Revelation real quick. Revelation 11 and 12. Right?
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither.
That's going to be the voice of Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew tongue. Go ahead.
And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
And who's the they? The elect. They're going to send up into the heavens what the world calls UFOs, the chariots of the Lord.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And their enemies beheld them.
And their enemies beheld them, man. So the Lord is going to allow the world to witness this.
That's right. Can I get another account on that? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Yeah, that's us, the prophets. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labor.
Yep.
Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
That's right.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Got it, brother.
So far beyond all that they looked for. And that's the account that we're reading right now in Revelation 11 and 12. The strangeness of the salvation of the elect of Israel. You know, these people are going to be like, ain't no fucking way, Tyrone. Tyrone going up and it's, I can't believe this. They was right the whole time.
Yep.
Right? All of these naysayers, right? These scoffers, these people that like to mock and say they are fucking out of their damn minds. They're gonna see the salvation of the elect, and they're gonna be like, it's beyond what we thought it was gonna be. Right? With their misinterpretation of matters.
Yeah. The intergalactic pull-up. It's gonna be strong too.
Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Hey, see what the Lord's gonna do, he's gonna give all you scoffers, you 2/3 that's gonna be destroyed, he's gonna give you that moment to reflect.
Yep.
Right? All that shit you was talking, the scoffing, the things that you said in your mind, all right? The scoffing you said to the Lord about the Bible, everything. He's gonna allow you to reflect on that right before your demise.
Yep. That's beautiful, man. That's what we looking forward to, man. You know, that sweet fall of our enemies.
Yep. Oh, that's the spirit. Spirit. As the elect are gonna see. I did a lesson on that last night.
That's the mindset. You know, that's the mindset as the scriptures speak about. We have our conversation in the heavens, man.
Right.
This is the conversation in the mindset of the hopeful elect in these times.
Exactly.
Not having no parties, right? Having fun. Man, we are here to do the business of our Father and get the fuck out of here, man.
Right. Hey, retribution, right? Somebody do you dirty. You want revenge.
It's sensible.
You see what I'm saying? So how much more Babylon, man? Babylon has did us dirty for centuries, man. Hundreds of years. Right? So the ultimate payback is coming as it is written, man.
That's right.
Right? Matter of fact, let me get that too. That's in Romans.
And where is the Christian church talking about this? You know? The Christian church is failing all of these people that claim to believe in the Messiah and his message and they want his return. No. If you really wanted his return, you would be seeking after this.
Right.
You would be in the mindset of us.
Right.
Saying to hell with this society, man. It's been given over to Satanism if you haven't looked up. You know?
It was never for us anyway.
It won't for us, man.
It
was all an illusion.
Yep. It's our captivity. Romans 12 and 19, it says, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah. You see that? So the Lord will repay, man. All we got to do is continue to wait on the Lord. The Lord said, therefore, wait ye upon me, man. All right? Until I gather up the prey. Right? Which we see that now. Elder Apostle Tahar just posted a video, right? Everything is being gathered up in the so-called Middle East. All right? The Valley of Yahweh Shaphat. That's where it's going to go down. All right? The ultimate showdown, man. Nuclear destruction, man. The Lord's going to appear on the scene and the nations are going to turn and fight the Lord and the angels. And we already know how the story goes. Right? So go ahead. I'll go back to that, Baruch.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 23. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping.
Yep, slavery.
But the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
That's right.
Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity,
Yep.
so shall they see shortly your salvation.
Yeah, as we just read, Revelation 11 and 12 was in Solomon the 5th chapter. Shortly they shall see your salvation. Go ahead.
So shall they see shortly your salvation from our power.
That's right.
Which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness from the everlasting.
Which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness from the everlasting, man. So the salvation of the elect, all right, is going to be unheard of. It's going to be something the world never seen nor experienced, man. Right? The Lord is going to see, the world is going to see the power and majesty of the heavenly hosts. Right?
Verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
Right, suffer patiently, man. You got to endure it. Right? Continue to trust in Yahweh Shai, man. Suffer patiently, man. Read on.
For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
Woo, and we seeing it, man. Like we said earlier, what the hell is going on with America right now, man? Your president on cocaine, his son is on crack.
Here's the nigga that was hardballing all of these Jakes, all of these Israelites in the 90s with this 3 rule you out.
Right.
The 3 strike you're out. Fucking hypocrite, man.
Right. You know? People are the people who run the society are nothing but homosexual Satanists, man.
Yeah.
Let's call it straight.
And drug addicts.
Drug addicts.
Don't forget you had the UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, years ago. That nigga was laced up with coke.
Yep.
Not abiding by the guidelines that he set out for the masses of
Right.
the people. Right?
What was it, the governor of Toronto admitted to smoking crack?
Like, what do these niggas be on?
That's how you know. This Hunter Biden shit, this is what they all do.
Yeah.
Using him as the scapegoat.
Yeah. It's like a full documentary on this guy, man. Right? Hey, that nigga had nothing but filth on his laptop, man.
A whole book, man.
A whole book, man. Sex videos, underage girls, crack.
Where is
You
the
know?
uproar?
Hey, all these scandals, man. Hey, they doing backdoor deals with Russia and China, exposing documents and secrets, man. Hey, the Biden administration's off the fucking chain, man. But this is your leadership, man. This is what niggas cried and voted for, man.
Right.
But now you're seeing the shame being spewed on his glory.
That's right.
Go ahead, huh?
If I could, Bapushah, could I make a point?
You
Because
got it.
you made point of the deliverance of Israel in this land.
Yep.
Jeremiah 23:7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. All right, speaking of ancient Egypt, the Israelites were brought up, and it's still referenced today.
Right.
Right? As a great deliverance.
Right.
Verse 8, the point. But the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, speaking of America, Babylon the Great, and from all the countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. You know, and I just wanted to add that point about, you know, as the Quan has said, the deliverance out of America is gonna be an intergalactic pull-up. All right, to deliver the elect out of this fucking hellhole, man. You know, and just tying it back into where we're reading. That's why we're telling Jake, like, look, just wait on the Lord.
Right.
Fuck all that extra shit that these niggas be trying to do, trying to get all these reparations and reformations and anything but read. These niggas just love it.
Right.
You know?
To be equal, man.
But that's not the way.
Right.
This is the way.
Exactly. Jake, you're never going to be equal. You're never going to be accepted, man. Jake, you got to get that through your mind, man. This ain't your rest. Right? The scriptures say we have no continuous city here, but we seek one to come. And that's the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? So when the scriptures tell you to flee out of Babylon and separate yourself, it's talking about spiritually, man. That's what it means to spiritually detach from this man's mindset and his system. Right? Because if you don't, you're going to be further destroyed. That's why the Lord said, "What you cover with the covering, but not of His Spirit, that you may add sin unto sin." The more Jake continues to lean upon Esau and trust in his ways, the further he's destroyed, man, mentally.
Bro, anybody that's an Israelite, they can say it in the community. They'd be like, damn, this generation fucked up.
Right.
It's always an ongoing thing. Each generation gets worse than the one before.
Yep.
That's a byproduct of you latching onto Egypt.
Right.
You added sin upon sin. You literally see it in these little young niggas that run around.
Yeah.
Like, god damn.
Yeah. That's the generation. The generation starts with the kids. That's why Esau going so hard, programming these kids with Satanism, alphabeticalism, right? Drugs, this black culture trap shit. This is why these little niggas are through.
Right.
You can see the result. That's why they stopped talking to Jake in their mid and late 20s, man. They've already succeeded in their plans for that generation, man.
Right.
Their main focus is to turn these new generations out.
Right.
You know, because it takes about 10 years to destroy a generation. And after that, the minds are completely gone, man.
Right.
No matter what information you present to them, they've been so immersed in this society as to where they can't turn back from it, man.
Yeah, that's the lies of the serpent, man. Over 81% of these so-called teenagers that transition into the opposite sex, right? They regret the decision. They're having they're having all types of psychological issues and shit. Let's think about it. Hey, you a young man, you done cut your rod off, man. What else can you do? Ain't no sewing it back.
Right.
You know, ain't no reversing the process.
You probably still get horny and you over here, your body start jerking and shit like you trying to stroke something,
Right.
and it's like, yo,
Right.
I can't even do that.
You still biologically a man. Just like a woman, you still biologically a woman, man. Right? But that's the result of our people taking heed to the will of the serpent, man, and not the Lord.
That's why they be killing themselves. They done gave themselves completely over, man. There's no turning back after that.
God. You can read some more.
It's Baruch chapter 4
Read verse 25.
and verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High.
That's right.
For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction. So we're seeing it now as we see the collapse of this so-called American society. But on the flip side of it, the elect are actually going to see this place set on fire, man. Right? Get that in Sirach 25 and 17 real quick.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 17. It reads, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face.
Sirach, is that Sirach 25? Verse 7.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue.
Yeah.
A man that hath joy of his children,
Yeah.
and he that liveth to see the to see the fall of his enemies.
And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. Right? So Lord willing, that's us in the spirit, man. Lord willing, we are the hopeful elect that's going to be delivered and actually see this society, this nation set ablaze, man.
That's right.
See that?
Right. We in the mind, Lord willing, Yahweh Shemel Shai preserve us, man. Because he got us in the spirit to think like this, man.
That's it.
You know? You can really sense the difference when you compare, the mindset of us compared to the rest of these niggas, man.
Right.
They hear us talk about the destruction of America and it gives them jitters, nightmares. What you mean I can't see America going down? You know? They got all their mind, they got their whole mind attached to Babylon. Just fixated off that Babylon juice, man.
Right.
Not willing to cast off the ways of darkness. But Yahweh Bashemel Shai has put a spirit on us to think upon his deliverance, man, his return.
That's it.
Right? And be fixated on serving him.
That's right.
Making our calling of election sure.
Right. I got something real
Read
quick.
on that.
That was it. I got something real quick. Sirach 21 and 2, it says, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. And this is what happened when our people took heed to the ways of the serpent, man. Right? Niggas got bit and destroyed. Right? It says, verse 3, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword. The wounds thereof cannot be healed.
Gotta cut that shit off.
Come on, man.
It's the only way you're gonna live. You're gonna have to amputate that motherfucker.
God. Verse 4, to terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate, man. And according to the scriptures, get that in Jeremiah 50, where it talks about that Babylon has been almost proud against the Most High. I'm gonna read on. It says, verse 5. A prayer out of the poor man's mouth reacheth unto the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. Like it tells you in Luke the 18th chapter, the Lord was going to avenge his very elect speedily, man. Right? We're seeing this place go out speedily and suddenly, man. suddenly Babylon is wounded, man, and fallen. Right? That was Jeremiah chapter 50. And jump down to verse, bear with me. Jeremiah 50 in verse, start at verse 28 and read down to 32.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 28.
That's right.
The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh our power.
Right, and that's the message that's coming forth from the prophets. We're declaring in Zion the vengeance of our power, your power, man.
That's right.
The true living power, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. Read on.
The vengeance of his temple.
The vengeance of his temple, his people, starting with the elect. Go ahead.
Verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about.
Surround him.
Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work.
Yep, recompense her for all the work, all the wicked works that you see promoted here, man. Read on.
Yep, this is the mother of harlots and abominations. This is where all of this bullshit is birthed out of.
Yep.
And in my sword, when you look up that word harlots, it goes into
It's like the seat of Rome or something like that. The seat of idolatry. Yeah. I believe it's like the seat of Rome, idolatry. Because this is really Rome 2.0.
It says fornications.
Okay, come.
You know, it's the same thing. You know. Continuing on, Jeremiah 50 and verse 29. For she hath been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel.
Ooh, she has been proud against the Most High, man, the Holy One of Israel. All right, this place is in straight, direct rebellion against the Lord.
Right.
In every facet.
Right. Continuing on, verse 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets.
Yep.
And all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord.
All her men of war shall be cut off in that day, man. Hey, World War III, all right, it's going to be a slaughter.
Yep.
The Lord said it was going to be a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Exactly.
Isaiah 34, right? Because, hey, when you, Esau already put it out there, man. Majority of these people that have enlisted in the military are unfit. They're unfit, they're not healthy, they're overweight, obese. You got women and transformers in there.
Right.
Right? So this America's military might has been set up for destruction, man.
And you have reports that come out where it shows that the military is running thin on supplies.
Yep.
And first and foremost, their most important asset, enlistment. You know, enlistment has dropped down for the first time in 50 years.
Right.
It's the lowest it's ever been, man.
Yep.
Okay. So that means you're gonna start drafting niggas?
Yep.
These niggas ain't built for that.
It's coming back.
That ain't. These people are not built to be drafted into the military.
It's coming back.
Niggas can barely run down the street, walk down the street without.
Right.
Right. You know, everything is gonna bite Babylon in the ass, man. You are being set up to be taken down. Continuing on, verse 31. Jeremiah 50 and 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts.
Right. So this place is regarded as the most proud. Yeah. Right? Remember, she said that I shall see no sorrow. I shall not suffer the loss of children. I shall see no sorrow. That's pride, man. Right? And what pride does, it deceives the mind.
Yeah.
Right? Basically, the Lord gave this place over to that spirit of pride, man. Right?
The first spirit.
The first spirit. Because essentially pride will blind you.
Yeah. We read that Tobit earlier where it says, in pride is great destruction and much mourning, man. Or much troubles. You know, that's what we're seeing coming to the land, man. It's all been prophesied, you know, that the pride of this devil is going to be his ultimate downfall. You know, so what we're seeing right now is to no surprise, man.
Right.
Continuing on, verse 32 or 31 in the latter. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Verse 32.
Exactly.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up.
Right, because, hey, just like how the Lord visited ancient Egypt, how did he visit the place? With the plagues. Right? The plagues, the turning the rivers red, blood red, poison in the water, killing the fish, right? The boils, smiting the firstborn. So really the Lord collapsed Egypt from within.
Yep.
It's the same thing going on here. Right? That's how this place is being visited by the Lord. Then ultimately, the Lord physically coming to visit this place to destroy it. Right? With the chariots and also the warheads, the missiles. Right?
And I will kindle a fire in his city.
Yep.
And it shall devour all round about him.
Right, so how's the Lord going to kindle the fire through the cities of America, man? Via nuclear destruction. All right, so everything has been set in place, all right, for the missiles to be launched off, right? World War III is set up. The scriptures tell us that in Joel, the 2nd chapter, or Joel, the 2nd chapter, that those warheads, those missiles are a part of the Lord's camp. The scriptures say they're very great. Who can abide in it, man? The day of the Lord is very great. Who shall abide in it, man? All right?
Yeah, I can go on a little bit more here.
You got it, brother.
Verse 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yep.
You know, speaking of the northern and southern kingdom.
Yep.
Right? We are yet this day in our captivity.
That's right.
Okay? So just as Pharaoh's heart was hardened, these Edomites, their heart is being hardened. Right? They're like, shit, we about to just do away with these niggas, man. We can't establish our new world order system with you people existing. To hell with letting you be free. So you can try and establish your new world order? Hell no, that's the mindset of the Edomites. Okay? And they're refusing to let you go. But then it says what? Verse 34. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. And that's what we see happening, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is pleading our cause, right? As he did with the ancient Egyptians, right? Sent plagues on the land. And Moses was saying what? Let my people go. That's what we're saying. We're in that same lot in the spirit. Right? But again, his heart is being hardened so that ultimately Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai can show forth his power, man. To show forth that he is. And that Yahweh Shai is that great deliverer. You know?
So Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
All the hell that we caught, man. And that we continue to catch. Struggle. Right? Suffer patiently, Jay. Go ahead.
For thine enemy hath persecuted thee.
Yep.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
This is what the Lord said. Shortly thou shalt see his destruction. Don't you see what's happening to this society? To this country? To the people within it? We're seeing the destruction. Alright? Go ahead.
And shalt tread upon his neck.
It shall tread upon his neck, man, because, hey, like Elder Apostle Hart said, hey, before the missiles hit, the Lord gonna allow Jake to get busy on Esau and these nations, man. Get that in Micah, the 5th chapter. Matter of fact, I'll get it. Micah 5 and let's see, start at verse 7. Yep, verse 7 and 8.
So Micah chapter 5 and verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord.
Yep.
As the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men.
Go ahead.
And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest.
Yeah, see, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, man. As a lion amongst these nations, man. All right? Who shall rouse him up? Right? The Lord gonna put a spirit on Jake, man. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
As a lion amongst the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep.
Right, because you can see, as we see the close out of this place, You're seeing all that that tension bubble up, man. People are fed up. So it's going to be an all-out class war, civil war out here, right? You can see it happening, but the Lord going to allow Jake to get busy, man, before the destruction.
Who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver.
Right, it's going to be the spirit. It's going to be the spirit of the Lord on Jake, man. Read on out.
Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
Yeah, see that? Thy hand should be lifted upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. Read on.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots.
Right, now from there go to Zechariah chapter 9 and read 10 through 12, man. Just to add on to that point. Right, now you had that precept, you want to bring that out too, you can bring that out. Yeah, you can bring that out.
The book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
Yeah.
He stooped down, he couched as a lion.
The couch is a lion, man. So Jake went from being that young lion to that old lion, man. Pretty much Jake lost that fight, man. All right, how they say that dog was taken out of Jake, man. You know, and that goes back to what? Jake assimilating. Jake wanted to be like Esau, gave him jobs, right? He thought he was equal, right? Because prior to the was it the 50s and 60s, right? You had the so-called black household was still intact to a certain degree, man. You know, you had the father, the wife, and the kids. And they all understood that they had a common enemy, which is the so-called white man. Right. But once Jake got those goods, so to speak, you know, he got those those benefits. Jake lost that fight, man. Then you know Esau infiltrated the family, separated the husband from the wife, feminism, sexual revolution, kicked the man out of the house, right? Put the children in the public pool system, indoctrinated the kids with all this madness, right? But the point is that Jake lost that fight, man. Right? Read on.
Continuing on. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Yeah, as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. Jake started with Judah. Jake gonna put a foot up Esau's ass and the rest of these nations.
Right.
Right? Let's go back to that.
Just to add to that point, you know, Judah being the head tribe, the tribe gonna feed off that energy. All the other tribes is gonna feed off of that.
Right.
You know? Next, you know, it's all 12 tribes just whipping everybody ass. You know, going back to what the brother's reading. In the book of Micah. You wanted that, Zechariah, right?
Yeah, Zechariah, yep. We'll go back to that. Because as we read in Baruch, the 4th chapter, the Lord says, shortly thou shalt tread upon his neck. Right? The Lord gonna allow Jake to put hands on these nations in Esau, man. Right, hands, feet, and boots. Tread down like the mire in the streets. Start at 10.
Zechariah chapter 9 and 10. And I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off. And he shall speak peace unto the heathen, and his dominion shall be seen from sea even to sea.
Salakia, that's not, was that Zechariah?
Zechariah 9 and 10.
Salakia, I think it might be,
When I have been Judah.
Yeah, start up a little bit. Yeah, hold on. Start at Zechariah 9 and 12. There we go.
Zechariah chapter 9 and 12. Turn you to the stronghold, you prisoners of hope.
Right. The stronghold, which is what? This knowledge. Prisoners of hope, you Israelites, man. We're literally prisoners of hope. Because all we have is faith. Our faith is what's going to get us delivered, man.
Hey, because like you said, Saquon, the Israelites are prisoners of hope. It's just that a lot of our people have misplaced that hope, and it's been vain. You place your hope in Egypt instead of the stronghold.
Right.
That's why it's telling us to turn back.
That's right.
This is where our true hope is. Continuing on, even today, do I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Right, render double. And the Lord told us in Revelation 18 that what? He was going to render double unto Babylon. Right? The Lord's going to overkill this place, man.
Get the fuck out the way.
You know?
Verse 13. What I have been Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
Against thy sons, O Greece. Right? The Edomites. Okay? He going to raise Jacob, man. And really, hey, when you dealing with the northern and southern kingdom, man, dealing with the raising of the house of David, man. Right? Read on.
And made thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Right, so he going to raise up Jacob with power. Let me get something real quick just to add on to the coming together of the northern and southern kingdom, right? Isaiah 11 in verse 13, it says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. This is why you're seeing the northern and southern kingdom come back together through the Spirit. All right? They're being gathered through the Spirit of the Lord. That's happening now. Verse 14. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. See that? They shall spoil them of the east together, the northern and southern kingdom, Judah and Ephraim. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. So, hey, we're going to lay our hands on these goddamn nations, man. Right? The Lord promised that. That's why, hey, all we got to do is continue to wait on Yahweh Shema Shai, because he's the one that's going to raise us up with that power, man. He's going to raise up a standard. Right? And after that, it's a wrap, man. This is why Esau's prepared. Esau knows that this is coming, man. This is why he got the super soldiers. This is why he has the technology. All right? He's preparing to go to war with the Lord and the elect, man. Right? The scriptures also say that the world shall fight against the unwise. Let me get that real quick too.
And if I can make a point upon while you grab that, you got to think of this from the mindset of Edom, right? From the mindset of the heathen. They remember the reign of tyranny that the house of David did upon them, man.
Right.
Right? How we dismantled their nation and took them underneath our boots and made them subjects.
Right.
Right? They remember this.
Right.
They have the history. Right?
Right.
So when they see the establishment of the third temple being rebuilt now through the Spirit, they see that and they're like, oh shit. I can't believe this shit is coming again. Right? So as Aquan has said, that's why you see them mounting up and preparing to go to war with the saints, man.
Right.
They're going to put up a fight. But it ain't going to work out. They're going to lose. They're going to take an L.
That's the Spirit. I got you. Down the scripture, Wisdom of Solomon 5. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. The reward is also with the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and the care of them is with the Most High. Verse 16. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand, who's the right hand? Yahweh Shai. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. The point. Verse 17. He shall take him, Shalaki, he shall take him to his jealousy. He shall take to him his jealousy for a complete armor, and make the creature of his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Hold Jeremiah 51. Right? So he's going to turn, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to turn the creature into a weapon. He's going to turn the elect into weapons of war. It says, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Right? Real quick, because I'm going to read this again. Get that in Jeremiah 51 and read 20 through 25.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 20.
Oh, you want to get that? Yeah, get that. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, get that. Yeah, you get that first. That's Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 17.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 7. Verse 17, the header reads, the regrets of the wicked.
That's right.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 17. He will go out into battle determined to defeat his enemies, and use the creation itself as a weapon.
Ooh, and use the creation itself as a weapon. That's the elect. Read on.
Verse 18. Righteousness will be his armor. Genuine justice will be his helmet.
Yep.
Verse 19. Holiness will be his invincible shield.
Right, because hey, as we read that it said that he shall take to him jealousy for complete armor. Because hey, the spirit of the Lord is going to be upon the elect with that power. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. He will sharpen his stern anger into a sword, and the forces of nature will join him in battle against those who are foolish enough to oppose him.
It's exactly. So the elect, all right, Yahweh Shai and the elect are going to fight against the world, man. Right? Like it tells you in the King James that the world shall fight with him against the unwise. That's the elect. Right? Give me that Jeremiah 51 real quick. And hold Micah 4 and start at verse 9.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. That's talking about the elect, whom the Lord is going to upgrade with the power, man. The standard. They're going to be used as weapons of war. Read on.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nation.
Right, so with thee, with you, the Lord is saying. With thee, with you shall I break. Read that again.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
Yeah, with thee, I'm going to use you to break in pieces the nations. You see? See, Esau knows what's up. That's why I posted that video on my animation page. The secret satanic super soldiers, man. You had the Edomite breaking it down, right? On how these so-called, super soldiers that are basically chipped up, these demonic soldiers, they're waiting for the collapse of society to be ushered in, right? And they're going to be put out here on the streets, slaying these people to death. So there's going to have to be a standard in that time, man. It just makes sense, right?
The main target.
Continuing on. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Yep.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
Yep.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Man, the Lord said, with thee will I break in pieces the nations. With thee will I destroy kingdoms, man. All right? That's the takeover, man. When the scriptures say that what? That the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdoms. We're going to take nations, man.
They say axe.
Right.
All right, y'all.
Right.
Y'all had your turn. You guys didn't do a good job, but we'll take it.
Right. Nah.
We got it. This ain't no defense.
Right. It's going to be violent, man. Right? Read that for me again.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations. And with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Man.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Right, so that's what? That's your soldiers, that's your tanks, that's your helicopters, your planes, your drones. Anything this nigga coming with gonna get destroyed by the Lord, man. By the power of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, man.
That's right.
Right? They're gonna use us. I got something, hold on, before you read on, real quick. Sirach chapter 20 and verse 4. And it reads, as the lust of a eunuch to the flower of virgin, so is he that executeth judgment with violence. Woo! Right? That's what's coming, man.
That's the passion that the Lord has with coming to destroy this place, man.
Come on, man.
He's angry with the wicked
Every day.
Every day. This nigga been running rampant every fucking day. Doing the shit we know and stuff that we don't know. Like, how about Shemel Shai know?
Right.
Like, man, that passion is thorough.
It's the anger and jealousy of the Lord. You finish it out.
Can I get this real quick?
You got it.
It's Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
That's right.
He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself.
That's right.
So like that eunuch, right? he refrained himself, right? It says, now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. So that's he's been waiting, man. He's been waiting for years, man.
That battle cry gonna be intense. Just screaming like a travailing woman, like the imagery that Yahweh Bashim Shai is using to display his anger and his ferociousness that he's coming with. I see why the heathen be sad as shit when they be like, oh, here go another brother that woke up.
Yeah, that's why I say they get no rest unless they cause one to fall. You know, because they having night terrors right now, man.
Right.
Waking up in cold sweats, wake up next to his wife. Oh, you had the King David dream again, didn't you? It's like, it's like, nah, I gotta go do some wicked shit now.
Right.
I gotta make more super soldiers. I gotta get more tanks. We gotta figure out how to get this MOTP put in place, man.
Still hold that too. Finish it out.
Isaiah 51 and verse 22. For these also will I break in pieces, man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
Yeah, captains and rulers are going to be broken into pieces, man. All right? The Lord is going to use the elect to do it. Right? They're going to be endowed with that power, man. You know? Like the Lord told us in Luke 24, man. Right? Matter of fact, I'll get that. Luke 24 and verse 44. Right? This is the book of Luke. Chapter 24. In verse 49, and it reads, this is what Yahweh Shai said. Luke 24 and 49, and behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you, but tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until you be endued with power from on high, man. So that power from the heavens is going to come upon the earth, upon the Lord's men. So the Lord said, hey, just be patient. Lord willing, we those men.
So say, be still and know, man. That the power that we serve is about to come, man. And Lord willing, endue us with that same power.
Hey, because Yahweh Shai said that greater works will ye do. So the magnitude of the acts of Yahweh Shai, the works that are going to be done in these times is going to be
right.
It's going to be astronomical.
And there's works that Yahweh Shai did that weren't contained in the book, as the scriptures say, man. So, hey, the elect are going to be doing all types of miracles and things of that nature, man. See, that's the standard, that's the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Right? You finished that off? Yeah, down to 25, and we'll jump to Micah 4, start at 9.
So, Jeremiah 51 and 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, all the nations that had their hand in the destruction of our people, man. The Lord said he's going to render a reward unto them. Right?
Verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain.
Yeah, America. That's the destroying mountain. Mountains represent major governments. So America is regarded as that destroying mountains. Right? The hammer of the earth.
Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyest all the earth. And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain.
Yes, you're going to go from a destroying mountain to a burnt mountain, man. And that's going to happen through the missiles, the destruction. Right? But get that in Micah 4 real quick, since we talk about the power. And whole Isaiah 59, start at verse 16. Read on down.
This is Micah chapter 4, he said verse 9.
I started 8. Oh, yeah, start at verse 9.
Micah chapter 4, verse 9. Now why dost thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pains have taken thee as a woman in travail. Verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail.
Right.
But now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Yep.
There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
Yeah, so we're going to be delivered out of where? Out of Babylon. We're going to be delivered out of the hand of our enemies. Read on.
Verse 11. Now also, many nations are gathered against thee.
Yep.
That say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion.
Yeah, let her be defiled. Let our eyes look upon Zion. Meaning what? We got him. We're going to destroy him. We're going to get rid of him. Right. Scriptures tell you that the heathen imagine a vain thing, man. Read on.
Verse 12. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord Yahweh.
You don't know the thoughts of Yahweh about you, Melchizedek, man. This is the power of all heaven and earth. All right? These nations don't know the thoughts of our power, man. The Lord could do anything. But that's what the Lord's going to see. Right? It said that in Sirach 36, you know, let the nations that don't fear you see your power, basically. Man. Show them your power. Show them your arm, man. Read on.
Neither understand they his counsel.
Neither they understand his counsel. They don't know the will of the Lord. Read on.
For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor.
Right, they're going to be completely destroyed. Read on.
Verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion.
See that? Arise and thresh. Hey, look at the word thresh. Right? It says arise and thresh. All right, we just read Jeremiah 51 and 20 on down that he was going to use the elect as the battle axes, man. And them battle axes, what they're going to do? They're going to thresh. They're going to cut down. Right? Just want to see what that says, that word for it. You can put it in the comment dictionary too.
This is the word thresh in the blue letter. It is Strong's H 1758. It says to tread out, tread on, trample on.
Ooh, to trample on. Go ahead.
It says break, tear, tread down.
Tread down.
Trample.
Trample. Right. So it said arise and thresh, O Zion, man. That's what we were talking about. The Lord will allow Jake to get busy on the nations, man. As it is written.
It says also to beat, to pound.
To beat, to pound.
Especially enemies to break to pieces.
Especially enemies to break to pieces, man. Right? That's the spirit. Right? The battle axes, man.
Oh, man.
You got some more?
It says apply to a cruel punishment inflicted by the Hebrews on their captives.
Oh, man,
by
that's
crushing them with threshing wains of iron on the floor like corn.
Oh, man, read that again.
God. It says, apply to a cruel punishment inflicted by the Hebrews on their captives.
Right.
By crushing them with the threshing wains of iron on the floor like corn.
Man, we're going to crush these fucking nations. Right?
All crush them.
That's true power, man. That's what you call vengeance, recompense, man.
Right. Like when you be watching like the animated films, and the nigga just step on their head, they be like, oh, the head just explode and shit.
Mortal Kombat shit.
Yeah, it's how these shits, it's how exactly it's gonna be for these heathen.
Exactly. Man. You choose to go to war with a god, man. Right?
Yeah, boy, you shout there.
That's it. Come on, man. And that's why the spirit of the Lord has that influx of superhero movies, shows. It's all on the TV, man. And the main theme is always like the world is in shambles. There's like a demonic takeover, but then you got these chosen spirits that get raised up to fight against that power. See that? So that energy is out there, man. And the scriptures refer to the elect as the shields of the earth. Let me get that. Right? This is Psalms 44. Because don't you got a show from Marvel called Shields anyway? You know? Which is like the protectors of the earth. Right? This is Psalm, bear with me, I believe it's Psalms 44. Right? This is the book of Psalm chapter 44 and verse, Psalms 44 and verse Salakia. Matter of fact, I'm going to find it. Bear with me. You bring that scripture back now, I'm going to find it. I thought it was in Psalms.
Micah chapter 4 and verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass.
Right. Now, go in the blue letter and get that word for horn. And I found it too. Before you get it, this is Psalms 47. Psalms 47 in verse 9, and it reads, it says, I start at 8. Man, I start at 7. Psalms 49 and 7, it says, for power, Yahweh Shema Shai is the king of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding. Yahweh Shema Shai reigneth over the heathen. Yahweh Shema Shai sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. The point, verse 9. The princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the power of Abraham, all right, which is the elect. It says, for the shields of the earth belong unto Yahweh Shema Shai, he is greatly exalted. So the shields of the earth would be the elect, right? Those are the protectors of the earth, whom the Lord is going to raise up with that power, man. Right?
Guarding into the galaxy.
Exactly, man. It's all spiritual. You see? Go ahead, Doc. Yeah, get that word for horns.
So the word for horns is Strong's H7160, and it reads, of strength, you see, jumping down, of rays of light.
Yeah, of rays of light. Brothers going to be shooting beams out their eyes, man. Cyclops. Right? They're going to shoot fire from their eyes. Rays of light. Come on, man. Any more?
It says a ray of light, figuratively power.
Power, man. All right? Power from out of this world is going to come upon the earth, man, upon the Lord's men. Right? Whether you believe that or not. Because Esau got his left-hand priest. He got his witches and warlocks. He got his demons and shit. So how much more the right hand?
Right. And if this is the third temple, it's the spiritual third temple being rebuilt, the house of David of old. We read stories about the mighty men of the house of David. They was kicking ass like thousands of bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like that same type of energy, that script that the Lord had wrote out for the men of the house of David, those was mighty men.
Yep.
That the Lord gave them the lot to go out and do these works. Is going to be the exact same way in these times, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Go ahead, Al. Get that Isaiah real quick. That's why they fear. That's why they fear. All right. That like it tells you, Ezekiel 37, they stood upon their feet. The breath entered in them, and the spirit of life. They stood upon their feet. Right. It was a great exceeding army. Right, and that's the body of the house of David, tabernacle of David.
Add a little bit more here.
Oh yeah, you got it, brother.
Micah 4:13 in the latter, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord Yahweh, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
Right.
You know, so hey, we're gonna beat down these nations, and then take their substance and take it unto ourselves. Man.
Sure.
You know, these heathen. They didn't know what they was doing. They went into a job not fit for the resume. You know what I'm saying? They weren't prepared, right? They weren't fit. And they're going to try and act like they can go out with a fight. It ain't going to work that way. They're going to get beat to shit. And then we're going to take everything. We're going to take their substance, man.
All right. It's just payback. Right. Jeremiah 30 and 16, man. The Lord said all the nations that devoured us are going to be devoured. Right? Hey, this is the patience and faith of the saints. We know and understand that this is going to happen. We believe it. Right? Get that in Isaiah 59. Unless you post something.
So Isaiah 59 and verse 18. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay.
Yeah, see that? Accordingly. Who going to repay you? How about Shema Shai? Vengeance is of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Fury to his adversaries.
Fury to his adversaries. Read on.
Recompense to his enemies.
Recompense to his enemies. Go ahead.
To the islands he will repay recompense.
That's right.
So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west.
Yep.
And his glory from the rising of the sun.
Uh-huh.
When the enemies shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Yeah, so when the enemy shall come in as a flood, man. All right, that's them troops, man. That's them flood of troops, them armies, man. Right? When that time comes, when Esau comes down upon the saints of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shah is going to raise up a standard, man. Right? And that word standard goes into what? A way to escape warlike energy. It also breaks into complete power. Right? So you're talking about divine intervention that's going to take place in that period of time. Right? As it always happened before. Right? Just, hey, think about it. When we were coming out of Egypt. All right? Pharaoh, he thought he had us. Right? They had us trapped over there between the Red Sea and I believe it was like the Red Sea and the mountain. And the chariot appeared between Israel and the Egyptian army. Basically, Yahweh Shah appeared in that pillar of cloud right before us in the Egyptian army. Then he used Moses with the power to depart the Red Sea. And the Pharaoh tried to flee and get us, and he collapsed the seal. That's divine intervention. That was the standard that was lifted up right there, man. Just to give an example, man. See that? Man. Any more?
Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
Yep.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Yeah, King David. The Lord was with him. He slayed tens of thousands.
That's an old body count.
Come on, man. One man should put thousands to flight. That's power, man.
Yo, they be gassing these niggas in the U.S. military. Yeah, I got about 200 confirmed kills. That is inconceivable. That's nothing compared to King David.
Right.
Tens of thousands?
Yep. Samson.
Man.
With the mouth of with the jawbone of a donkey, man. Slaughtering the Philistines, man. You see what I'm saying? That was divine intervention. That's power. All right? Things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. These things are going to play out on the earth again in these times, man. Right? That was it on that, right? Let me get one real quick.
Hey, but hey, you've been going to Joshua and Caleb, man.
That's right.
You know, going through Canaan and, you know, taking down these Canaanites, man. You know, that was the power of the Lord, man. And that was the faith, the ultimate faith and confidence that the Lord was going to deliver these men into their hands.
That's right.
You know, so how much more should we feel that Esau Edom is about to be delivered into our hands?
That's right. That's right. This is Luke chapter 10. This is Luke chapter 10 and verse, I started 18, Luke 10 and 18, it says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. All right, and we see that now. This man is falling out of power, out of rulership. Right, verse 19, Luke 10 and 19, the point. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents, right, which would be these troops, all right, these army soldiers, right? It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Right? This is what Yahweh Shai said. Right? Isaiah 54, what, 16, 17? That no weapon formed against you shall prosper, man. Right? You talk about pure power from the heavens, man. Let me get one more. Because he said that we will tread on serpents and scorpions. Right? This is Psalm 91. Let me get that too. All right? We believe in the power, man. All right? Psalms 91 and verse 13, and it reads, it says, Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder. The adder is the serpent, right? So going back to Esau's super soldiers, right? His armies, his tanks, all that, man. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet, man. Verse 14, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. Man. So that's power, man. It's power in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Al-Rashad, Ba'ashim Al-Kakadash, man. Right? And these nations, they going to find that out. You know? We in that time, man. All right? And so as Esau begins to roll in the saints, guess what? The Lord is going to lift up that, he's going to lift up that standard. He's going to reveal that power, man. Miracles are going to be done, man. The book of Acts. See that? The healing of the blind, the lame, the raising of the dead. All right? We're talking about miracles, man. All right? things that is unheard of, man. Like you mentioned earlier, Yahweh said that you would do works greater than these, right? As long as you have faith the size of the mustard seed, right? You know? So that's pretty much it, man. Hey, you know, we just edifying, you know, you brothers got anything else? You know? It's all the spirit.
Just real quick since you quoted it.
Yeah, you got it.
Isaiah 54 and verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
That's right.
This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
Beautiful.
So this is our heritage, man. This is what's being passed down to us, man, through our forefathers, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Right? That power, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? The miracles that are going to be done, man. This is all our heritage, man.
Yep.
It's our legacy.
It's our legacy. You know? So yeah, man, that's pretty much the point. You know, we pray that this camp was edifying, man. Hey, keep the faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. We almost out of here. All right. Hey, death and destruction to the wicked, man. And salvation to the Lord's elect, man. So we're going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. Let's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashua.
Hey, Kwam Yashala.
Abad the ball.
Ba ba ba. Shalom. That's right.